Hi, I'm Jack. As well as working at Castlerig, I'm a mental health first aid instructor with MHFA England. One thing I know is that statistics around mental health are going in the wrong direction fast, and the lockdown really hasn't helped with that. It's given us a lot to worry about and it's kept us away from other people. So, as a gift to you guys, here are 10 tips for looking after your mental health during the lockdown. Tip number 1, have a daily routine. We tend to think that people that do the same thing every day are a little bit dull, but actually a lot of studies show us that doing the same thing every day, at least to a degree, is great for our health. So get up at a certain time, or at least before a certain time, and try to have healthy set meals every day, with other people if you can. There's a heck of a lot of other things that you should do in the daily routine, and actually most of these tips can form part of that routine. Tip number 2, spend some time outdoors. Again, there's a ton of studies that show that getting outside, and especially getting into nature, is really good for us. If you can, spend some time outdoors every day. And if you want some ideas for what to do outdoors, well, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to get some exercise. It's great for our mental well-being, it's great for our physical well-being as well. You don't necessarily have to go for a run. You can go for a bike ride, or even a brisk walk is really good for you. One thing to be sure of though is don't break local lockdown laws. Make sure that you're obeying the rules where you are. If you can't get out, go to your garden, maybe even exercise indoors. There's plenty you can do. Tip number 4, connect with other people in any way that you can. As human beings, we're made to have relationships with other people. It damages our mental health if we're kept apart from other people. And of course, because of COVID and because of the lockdown, we've been kept apart from other people, and it's having one heck of a toll. Luckily these days we've got technology. If you don't live with other people, you can connect with other people online. So make some appointments to connect with people. Talk to friends, maybe even people you haven't seen in a while. Tip number 5, do something you enjoy every single day. You don't necessarily have to spend the whole day binging Netflix, although if that's your thing, okay, but seek out the things you enjoy and make some time to do them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe DIY is your thing. Whatever your thing is though, try and do it. Maybe try something new. Maybe board games or jigsaws is something you're going to discover during this lockdown. Number 6, look after yourself. Yes, I know at the minute it feels like you're isolated, there's no one around, so why make the effort? But it's important to your mental health to make sure that you look good and feel good every day. Okay, maybe you don't actually have to dress like this, but put some effort in. Make sure every day you're clean, brush your teeth, make sure every day you're eating healthily, and whatever you do, don't spend the entire day in your pyjamas. Tip number 7, do something that makes a difference. Everyone needs to have some kind of meaning in their lives. That's been proven again and again. Okay, you don't have to take up science and cure cancer, but there's some things you can do. Can you help out anyone that lives in your house? Can you help out anyone that lives in the local area? Again, be careful, don't break the local lockdown laws. Maybe even there's that bedroom or that cupboard that needs tidying out, or maybe this is the time to learn a new skill. Tip number 8, check the news once a day. These days there are a ton of different ways that we can get news. 24-hour news has been a really great thing, but it also comes with a few problems. These news organisations have a great big burden. They have to keep us informed all day long, and a lot of the time there just aren't that many facts. So what do? They start to speculate. Rather than telling us things that have happened, they say this thing might happen. And one thing they do is they try and make us scared so that we'll come back for more. They don't all do that, but a lot of them do. Check the news once a day, go to somewhere decent and reputable, and stick to the facts. Ignore the speculation about what might happen. Tip number 9, keep a diary. People who are going through periods of bad mental health have been proven to benefit by writing down the things that they do in the day. So write down what you do every day. Use a notebook if you've got one, use a computer file, there's plenty of apps you can get for your phone. When you're doing this though, pay attention to your emotions. How did you feel that day? And finally, tip number 10, talk and listen. Again, connecting with other people is a vital part of who we are. If you don't live with anybody else, use technology, but communicate with people. Make sure you're really talking to them and really listening to them. Sharing your feelings with other people is a great way to share them, and it's a great way to get help. Listen to other people as well. It'll help them for sure, but it'll also help you. And there we are, 10 tips for looking after your mental health during the lockdown. Now this isn't an exhaustive list, and one final thing I'd add at the end is this: if your mental health is suffering, get help from a proper professional. Go see your doctor or somebody else. Thanks, God bless.